last if we don't fight it.
Namibia's freshly minted president, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, has thrown down the gauntlet. With the fearlessness of Burkina Faso's revolutionary lion, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this trailblazing woman, Namibia's first female leader, has declared that starting April 3rd, 2025, US citizens will no longer waltz into her nation without a visa.
Wow. Now that's big. Shout out to This and That podcast. Talk a little bit of this, a little bit about that. And right now, everything going on in this country called Burkina Faso in Africa is just absolutely amazing to show leaders how to lead. A young leader by the name of Mr. Traoré, Ibrahim Traoré, is absolutely creating a revolution in Africa, helping us to see that Africa as the motherland is so strong. Yo, it's amazing. Shout out to this president of Namibia. She also is holding it down because she's imposing visas now on any U.S. citizen traveling into Namibia. And they've created a union out there between Namibia, I believe it's Niger, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and it's doing amazing, great things where they put the people first. And we're not going to be selling out any more African countries to the colonists. So let's get into it. This and That podcast. Shout out to everybody involved. Thanks for helping me on this journey. Let's go. Like and subscribe.
Burkina Faso, under Thomas Isidore Sankara, tried it. What did they do to him? They killed him.
All right. So he's going to lay out some stuff, some information. Sankara is the one who started the movement that is going to be continued by Mr. Ibrahim Traoré. Let's go. Ibrahim Traoré has paid off his international debt. Burkina Faso is now in control of all of their natural resources. And he's only 32 years old, people. I'm not going to talk too much more. Let's go.
Burkina Faso, under Thomas Isidore Sankara, tried it. What did they do to him? They killed him. So whenever you tried to decolonize in all spheres, the former colonizer turned policeman of the world or policeman of the world will take you out.
A year ago, we were outraged and revolted by the way this war was being conducted. The people have entrusted us with a mission. We have no doubt about our people, about their bravery, about their resilience. This is a people that never surrenders, that does not give up, that faces adversity. We have decided with all our heart and conscience to take the destiny of this homeland into our own hands and to wage the war, because the war could last if we don't fight it.
Namibia's freshly minted president, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, has thrown down the gauntlet. With the fearlessness of Burkina Faso's
shout out to Namibia's president, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. I hope I said that right, because I think she's the first female president of that country, and she's making historical moves, revolutionary moves that other African leaders should consider. Let's go.
Nandi-Ndaitwah has thrown down the gauntlet. With the fearlessness of Burkina Faso's revolutionary lion, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this trailblazing woman, Namibia's first female leader, has declared that starting April 3rd, 2025, US citizens will no longer waltz into her nation without a visa.
Today, to reach its peak, by sending us a horde of criminals who kill men, women, and children, we assume that this is the peak of imperialism and neo-colonialism. The brave people of Burkina Faso will accompany them in their decline.
Yes, you heard that right. The days of Western privilege on African soil are numbered, and Nandi-Ndaitwah is leading the charge with a boldness that echoes the thunder of our ancestors. This is no timid policy tweak. This is a seismic shift, a roaring proclamation of sovereignty that reverberates from the dunes of the Namib Desert to the shores of the Atlantic.
witnessed these sleeper cells that suddenly
Yo, listen. And he's also making sure that any of these sleeper cells, any of these so-called friends, these friend enemies that are willing to be sold out to the colonists, he's got something for them. Listen.
we woke up when we decided to start the fight. In recent days, you may have noticed the intensity of the battle that reassures us in our cause that there was several sleeper cells that should sustain this war for decades. In engaging in this battle, we called upon the sons and daughters of the nation. We have no doubt people have responded positively, more than we estimate.
Yeah, and I'm out in Canada. I'm in Toronto, Canada, as a Canadian citizen myself, but as a born Jamaican. I wanted to say shout out to you there in Burkina Faso, all the peoples of Burkina Faso, all the people of Niger, of Ghana, of Sierra Leone, of course, all the people out there in Nigeria, so Tanzania. I've been to East Africa, so shout out to the people in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania for sure. What's that little island called off the coast of the Indian Ocean, off the coast of Kenya, with an M? I forgot the name.
Even more today, people are determined to engage in the battle.
For decades, Namibia has flung its doors wide open to tourists from the United States and other Western nations, welcoming them with open arms and visa-free entry for up to 90 days. It was a gesture of goodwill, a strategy to bolster tourism, a lifeline for Namibia's economy, and a nod to the global image of a hospitable Africa. But no more. President Nandine Ndaitwah, barely a week into her historic tenure, has turned the tables with a policy rooted in the sacred principle of reciprocity. If Namibians must jump through hoops, endure humiliating visa interviews, and shell out exorbitant fees to visit the United States, then by the gods of justice, Americans will now taste the same medicine when they set foot in Namibia.
Thank you to these people who understood that the only way to succeed is to fight their own war in a good way for everyone. When we came to the head of the state, we found an army that was understaffed, poorly equipped, poorly organized, perhaps poorly approved. First of all, we need to quickly call upon the VDP who have responded and also equipped them. That was not a feasible task. I thank you, we made it.
Let's be clear, this is not just about visas. This is about dignity. This is about a proud African nation standing tall and saying, enough is enough. For too long, Western nations, cloaked in their arrogance and fortified by their colonial legacies, have treated Africa as their playground, a continent to exploit, dictate to, and condescend toward. They've imposed harsh visa regimes on our people, forcing us to grovel at their embassies to prove our worth.
Ghana, under the Osagie for Kwame Nkrumah, tried it. What did they do to him?
What did they do?
Removed him from power.
Okay.
President John Dramani Mahama has confirmed that newly declassified U.S. documents reveal the CIA's involvement in the 1966 coup that removed Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Speaking at Ghana's 68th Independence Day celebration in Accra, Mahama called the February 24, 1966 coup one of the most regrettable moments in the country's history. He expressed deep regret over the foreign-backed overthrow, stating that it derailed Nkrumah's vision of an industrialized and self-reliant Ghana.
So that's Sankara, and I believe Nkrumah. I know Gaddafi had visions, big visions for Africa, not just their own country, but all of Africa as a whole. So let's continue.
According to Mahama, the coup significantly set back Ghana's political and economic progress, highlighting the long-term impact of external interference on the nation's development. His remarks reignite discussions on Ghana's past and the role of foreign powers in shaping its trajectory.
Tried. What did they do to him? They killed
Oh boy. That's the man right there. They showed Muammar Gaddafi. Let's go.
him. Tanzania, under Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, tried it. What did they do to him? They undermined me. Mozambique, under Samora Moises Machel, tried it. What did they do to him? They killed
And bold move, Burkina
Right.
Faso President Ibrahim Traoré has turned down an invitation from Donald Trump, stating he has local commitments and a nation to build. The
Kick it.
Yo, the man is prioritizing his local policies over foreign policy. And that's how it should go.
refusal is seen as a strong message of prioritizing his country's development over foreign engagements. Sources say Trump felt embarrassed by the rejection, as most African leaders usually welcome invitations from a U.S. president with enthusiasm.
Wait, it doesn't end there. What about Ruben Umniobe of Cameroon, Amilcar Cabral of Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde, Felix Moumier of Cameroon, Sylvanus Olympio of Togo,
What
Amani
happened?
Diori of Niger,
What happened?
Laurent Désiré Kabila of
What
DR
happened?
Congo, Samuel Doe of Liberia, Eduardo Mondlane, Marion Nguabi, Barthélemy Boganda, Pierre Mulele, and many others.
You're saying there's an entire country we don't know about?
What if I told you there's a part of the earth no one's ever seen?
Okay, let's stop it there. So I want to say shout out to all the people from the African diaspora. We out here. We are out here. And we want to send all the African brothers and sisters a message to let you know that we are in solidarity with you, Burkina Faso, and also other places that are in the struggle. And we know the struggle. We know the struggle. Although I'm in Canada, we know the struggle, because the struggle for people that look like me happen all over the world, everywhere. And fortunately for me, I've been able to travel to many places. So shout out to all the African countries, everybody on the African continent that's working hard, everybody in the diaspora that's working hard for solidarity, freedom, justice, unity. Africa unite. Bob Marley said it best. Now, people, could you believe that there's part of the planet that we have no clue about? Why would our big brother do that to us? All in the roost of them. Big up Woody. Yo, there's parts of this planet, so this and that podcast, remember to like and subscribe, that are untouched, uncharted, unterritoried, if you want to, if that's a word. Let's go.
At least, not the people you know. Everyone's stuck believing the earth is this perfect little globe where sure you just stroll in a circle, and boom, you're back where you started. Cute idea, right? But tell me, why don't we just cross Antarctica? Oh, right, because nobody ever has. You think it's just this cold, useless slab of ice at the bottom of the world, but that's the lie. Antarctica, it's not just land, it's a wall, a barrier. Part of the earth no one's ever seen. At least, not the people you know. Everyone's stuck believing the earth is this perfect little globe where sure you just stroll in a circle, and boom, you're back.
I'm just wondering if you all heard what I just said just now, or was my microphone off? If it was off, then I'll reiterate later.
Where you started. Cute idea, right? But tell me, why don't we just cross Antarctica? Oh, right, because nobody ever has. You think it's just this cold, useless slab of ice at the bottom of the world, but that's the lie. Antarctica, it's not just land, it's a wall, a barrier. It locks us inside the tiny part of the earth we think we know. And what lies beyond, that's where things get interesting. The people in power, they know what's on the other side. They make sure you stay clueless like good little sheep, believing you live on 7 continents. But you've got no idea what's out there.
Yo,
Whole continent.
we live on much more than just 7 continents. I can guarantee you that.
Oceans.
There's much more out there, than just our 7 continents or whatever that we know about.
Kick it. Bigger than the Pacific. And humans who have lived beyond that ice wall for centuries We're nothing more than their experiment, caged inside this small, controlled space. That's the real reason no one lets you explore Antarctica. They don't want you wandering too far, because once you cross that ice, you'd realize we're not in charge of this world at all.
Circle.
Kick it. Kick it.
What? What do y'all feel about that? Like and subscribe, leave a commentary. We're not done with Africa. We got some more information about the continent, and then we're going to finish off with something fun, okay? Check this out.
Of Africa is circa where the US was 150 years ago. It's where Central and Southeast Asia was about 25, some might even say 30, 40 years ago. I'm a numbers guy, so you'll excuse me. All you've got to do is just look at the numbers and understand the metadata. We're now 1.3 billion people, 54 countries. It was now 55 with the splitting of the Sudan. Of those, there are 4,000 different languages and indigenous dialects. There are over 1,000 different tribes. Those are the high-level numbers. If you dig even deeper, look at just the median age. The median age of an average African is 19. The median age of an average Nigerian is 17. So I want you to think about it this way. Nigeria has 200 million plus people. Half of those people...
Okay, you're going to drop some math now and some knowledge right now, people. Listen about investments and stuff. Listen about future planning, infrastructure. Future planning. Listen, people. Listen what you're going to say now.
Are so young that they're not yet economically active. Here's what that means. So if I want to understand what the investment case is for investing in Nigeria, I look at the fact that you've got 200 million people. Half of them are unemployed because they can't yet work. And when they can start to work, they're all going to need the things we all buy. They're going to need cars, they're going to need homes, they're going to need bank accounts, they're going to need medical insurance. All of these are things that they're going to need. They're going to have children, get married. All of these are the investment cases for the continent.
People say, oh, the women are meant to be in the kitchen. So... But like a lot of the guys in like Jamaica, they're like, they cook, yeah.
And they ain't no shame in that game, yo. Mama always taught us to do for ourselves. Shout out to all my Jamaicans. Yo, big up street vibes. Yo, check this out. I can cook anything. I can cook anything my girl and my wife can cook. Anything. For real.
Kick it, kick it, kick it.
Most Jamaican men and most men from the Caribbean can cook. And from what I've been seeing online, most African men can cook too. Step up your game, people. We on top of it, yeah. Let's go.
Why? Why is that? And I like that. That's yeah.
Mother, we parents them teach you.
Yeah.
We parents them teach you to do everything from a younger age. They teach you to wash with one clothes, cook with one food, deal, spread with one bed, do everything for yourself. You see me? So, at that, in Jamaica, most of our parents teach you them things there. So, we grew up with them things there. We don't really need a woman to say, oh, to do this or do that for you. You see me? We can do it ourselves.
Yeah, that's
as
what
a
man.
People say.
Yeah, because Jamaicans, we just love a woman, yo. We don't need, you know, but we all need each other, people. I would never say that we don't need a woman. We all need each other.
How would you describe?
All right, so how would you describe
The Swedes guys?
Swedish guys. And wow, this lady here, listen to what she says about guys that look like me.
They are afraid. They are respectful, calm, slow. I'm from Brazil, okay? Yeah. I'm used to guys coming up to me. Be a gentleman. I want to be courted. Yeah. Don't sit back and stare at me to death. I'm not going there. It's not going to happen. And if you receive a no, it's a no. If you receive a yes, it's life, it's a chance, okay? Or else, like, am I dating my friend? If I'm dating a guy, I expecting to be the leader a little bit. At least in the beginning. Break the ice. Come to me. Talk to me. Don't be afraid.
Thanks for logging in. Right here. Remember to like and subscribe. This and That podcasts. Share. Like and subscribe. And done.